Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and hello again. It has been a while. As you might have probably noticed, there has been a little bit of a drop in terms of the amount of content I have been putting. I don't believe I recorded any video in the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, something along those lines. And you may be wondering why was that? Well, let's just say that I was really busy with my writing and I finally managed to finish my newest book. I am so incredibly happy. Man, I do believe this is my best book so far, which wasn't too difficult to be quite honest with you, but still, wow! Just at this 4 AM, when I wrote the last sentence, I went ahead and just scared the hell out of everybody else that was in my home at the time, because I ran those stairs, turned our audio system on, and it is a very high-tech and very loud system, just so you know. So I turned it out loud, put Sonia Shide in there, set the music for the boys track, and played it. It was amazing. Now, I am actually trying to figure out if there is anything I should do this turn, because, oh yes, there is, Coho is stagnating. This is something that I will not tolerate, and I need to fix that right away. I would love to colonize the Burn, however, I don't have the technology just yet because I was lazy so far, so I'm going to colonize Asteroid Belt instead. Metallic Ground is not going to be too much of an issue to me. And yeah, my book, man, you can just not... It's actually difficult to express how insanely happy I am. It is really difficult. It has been... I actually expected to finish this book like a couple of months ago, and then it took me longer and longer to finish it. I was adding more chapters and so on and so forth. All this crap that writers sometimes tend to do. And I was getting really frustrated, especially because I couldn't read the book myself, and I really wanted, but I knew for a fact that if I would start reading it, I would probably never be actually able to finish writing it. I know this from my personal experience. And then it happened! Yesterday it happened. Well, technically speaking, it was actually today, because it was 4 AM, but still, I'm so incredibly, wow, this is an amazing tempo, by the way. +1 science per population macroplanets. If this is affecting only one system, then this is great. If this is affecting my entire empire, then this is unbelievably amazing. Just saying. And this is the exact same tempo. Wow, I'm really happy about that. Let's see, a couple of stuff has been finished creating. Mastery of Celestial Bodies. Oh yeah, that's because I colonized the Asteroid Belt. Now I'm going to get rid of this Metallic Ground thingy. What do I want to go on this system? It already has quite a bit of replication pads. I might go for a little bit more of that, because this will give me quite a nice boost in science later on when I colonize this Baron. So this is precisely what I'm going to go for. Besides, well, let's just face it, industry is always a great thing to go for. Now, the enemy is taking a while to get to me and sending an auxiliary fleets to the cover system. Fortunately, I do believe my fleet should do just fine in fending off the enemy, while my main fleet should also do relatively well. Just in case I have a couple of ultras backing up in Shakuras, I might create more of them. I don't really want to add them out. I don't remember why. I had a reason for it, I just don't quite remember it. What was it? Do I have any improvements that I should do and I didn't? I don't believe so. No, that's not the case. Is there any more planets that are stagnating? Yes, indeed. Tarsonis is at the point of stagnation. I will not have it, but I cannot colonize gas helium, so I have to do something about that. Let's have a quick look at my research. Quite a lot of stuff is queued up. Actually, really a lot of stuff is queued up. Now, it seems like I'm trying to think of the other. Alright, so this is the last one. This is the one before it. Okay, this is the one I'm going for right now. Alright, so I almost got pervasive. For some reason it sounds dirty to me. It's like perverted shielding or etching or something instead of pervasive. Well, I do have quite a perverted mind, I guess, so that kind of explains it. So anyway, I do need to get research allowing to colonize celestial bodies, aka in terms of colonizing gas giants and barren planets. So that's what I'm going to go for later on. Let's just queue up a couple of shooting upgrades. Actually, I do need plasma shooting because the enemy is using quite a bit of it. Do I want anything else? Well, it might be worth to get a little bit more flag defense just in case. I don't want to use too much of it, so having some more advanced technique, that's it, whatever, could be potentially useful, so I'll go for that. Now, what is this? Whoa. Hold on, plus 500? What? What does this give me? Plus 80 and 30%. Plus 500! Invasion. Okay, so I guess I'm going to go for that as well. No, I don't really want to do so because this is stretching my science tree by quite a bit. I mean, look at the amount of stuff I have queued up right now. But then again, after I finish all this research, my ships are going to be so amazingly powerful. And actually, you know what? I might not go for destroys just yet and improve my lasers. Then again, it depends. If my science will be strong at the end of this point in research, then I might change my mind. For now, I'll just leave it as it is without too much of a problem. Can I retrofit any ships? This is the question for today. I cannot over here, and the other ships are busy actually laying siege on some stuff. I can retrofit ships orbiting Shakuras, which is definitely something I'm going to do. Other than that, there is nothing I really should take care of, so I am going to safely end the turn and talk a little bit more about my book because I'm so happy. And you know what kind of idea I had? Now, I am in the process of changing my publisher, right? Because my previous one, I really like him that he gave me a chance because I'm not sure if you remember, but my first publisher ever was actually brave enough to publish my book when I was at the age of 15. Right? It's not a common thing, and I was at the age of 15 when I published the book, but I wrote it when I was 13, and I started writing it when I was 10. So the publisher took a great risk in publishing my book. I'm very, not proud, I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, I guess I will forever remember my previous publisher. That said, he was a rubbish publisher. I mean, seriously, he was. That's probably the reason why he was actually able to publish my book. Let's just be completely honest about that. I personally wouldn't publish my own book back then, but fortunately some other people thought otherwise, which is I'm very thankful for yet again. And oh man, this space battle is so amazingly epically amazing, beautiful. Oh, look at all those lasers! Oh, they're so pretty. They actually are. They are also. And the enemy is actually dealing quite a significant amount of damage to us. I might change my... Yeah, in the last second I went for energy absorption just because... That's because it didn't help me at all. Wow, the enemy does have a powerful fleet. I will need to take care of that. Wow. I'm a little bit terrified, I have to admit. But speaking... Yes, I am going to go back to the topic over and over and over again. Actually, my book can't wait for a little bit. I'm thinking that you might be more interested in what on earth am I doing right here. So, my fleet just got completely pwned, which might be an issue. I did get the ability to colonize a lot of stuff, however, it's not going to be of any good to me if I'm going to lose my planets. Now, my auxiliary fleet, I'm going to send it to Koho right away, try to blockade that system. I'm not going to send it to Corvus just yet, it will just get obliterated without dealing any damage whatsoever, at least that's my guess on that. And in the meantime, in the planets with the most production, what are those? Zeros, Koha, and Shakuras have quite a bit of it. Actually, I could try to do it with Chaosera as well, so I'm going to do this nice and dirty this time without even watching this system screen because I want to keep an eye on everything I'm doing. Now, this is obviously like I'm not going to create so many ultras in a single turn, but thank you for suggesting that game. I really feel so much more mighty this way. I definitely appreciate this a little bit of lie, even though it could potentially screw me over at some point. Right now, I just like how it looks like. Like how it looks like, it sounds right. But whatever, at least you get the point. Now I'm going to kill a little bit more in this system, that's good. Now I'm producing ships out of 4 systems. Even if the enemy does try and blockade Coho. At least I do have extra firm supply on Chara as well, so I'm not going to get totally blockaded on that. Now another battle is going to resolve around Ire. This time I'm feeling a little bit more confident because I have a level 20 hero guarding my fleet, and because of that I'm probably going to be able to deal a much more damage besides the enemy tools to attack me with his weaker fleet, which is highly annoying because I was hoping for an amazing space battle. Instead I'm going to get an amazing space slaughterhouse, which is also nice, to be honest. Now, because it is a little bit down in the action, because, well, I'm going to completely obliterate this miniature fleet, obviously, I'm going to yet again go back and talk a little bit more about my plans with my book. So, as I already explained to you why I want to change my publisher, even though the last one was so nice to me. But, well, in terms of you know, running a business, they were pretty rubbish. Let's be completely honest about that. That's just how it was. You cannot argue with that. However, did my lasers change? I could swear that they had those white dots at the end of them and they looked pretty fabulous, but now they don't. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to try and aim for a different publisher. I already have one in mind. I'm not going to tell who it is. I don't want to jinx it. Besides, most of you probably wouldn't know that publisher anyway because you're not from Poland. Well, some of my subscribers are, but this is a major minority. Can you call a minority major? Oh, hold on a second. Offline. Well, looking to play. That's a new thing. Didn't notice that one before. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yes, I remember. Let's end the turn. And I didn't set up my timer. Let's set it for 20 minutes. It probably more 20 minutes is fine. At worst, I'll have to split my video, but maybe I won't. Recently, I didn't have any problems with longer videos, so it might be. The problem might have fixed itself. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not sure, but I will deal with it. Now, okay. So each system produced around 3 ships. The less productive ones produced 2, but still, that's quite a big fleet I just managed to create. This system actually produced 4. Is that possible, or were the ships actually in a hangar and I didn't notice that? I don't think that's the case, so wow, I'm actually quite proud for my ships. I really am. Now, because actually, how are those ships more leveled up than the other ones? Oh, I guess Chaosara has some kind of upgrade, that improvement that allows my ships to be even more powerful. So this is the one that I have on every producing system, hard and framing. But no, I don't see any other upgrade. That's strange. Elegant networks, yes. Stealth construction, that's not the one that improves. Huh. Very intriguing, to be honest. I don't really know where is it coming from, but oh well. Right, so now finally I'll go for the width, which is something I should be going for a longer time, much longer time, because this hero excels at width. And he will unlock many of extra abilities by going this route. I will get more trade routes, more bonuses out of those trade routes. It's going to be amazing, and you just have to wait for this to happen. Well, I definitely am waiting for this to happen. Now, let's have another battle, shall we? This time it's going to be a little bit more exciting. I'm looking forward to the result of this. Now, my ships are made out of paper. They shoot like antimatter that is consuming, devouring entire galaxies, but they're made out of paper. That's something I wanted to go for and see how well this strategy actually works. But since I don't want to lose too many of them, I'll try to use the gravity ability, which gives me a nice, what do you call it, compromise between offense and defense, and in terms of both you actually get quite a decent bonus. So you are able to pack a hell of a punch while also making sure that your enemy is going to suffer a lot. And there are the white dots. I was wondering what happened to them, and there we go! Gravity well at its finest. I'm completely obliterating the enemy fleet, and I am so very happy to see that. Man, I feel like actually I'm some kind of science fiction movie director watching at his work, being so proud because the explosions in this guy, I so love it. I remember watching Total Biscuit's WTF is of this game. Now, I can admire him trying to be as objective about this game as possible, right? I was a little bit mad that he didn't mention Games Together program, or that he actually it feels like he didn't do a lot of research in his game, because usually when I watch his WTFs, I have a feeling like, man, this guy really put a lot of time and thought and research in order to know a little bit of a background behind his games, because TB always provides me with this kind of backstory to every single game I may want to purchase, right? And this time he didn't, which was kind of annoying to me, to be honest, because let's face it, the developers for Endless Space are extraordinarily amazing, and I believe they deserve more credit than TB actually gave them, which is something I'm not too happy about, needless to say. Now, also, he talked about the lack of personality. Was it person? That's not the word he used, but I think you know what I mean. In this game, I kinda can understand where this is coming from, but honestly, I don't care, because the space battles are amazing and every single one of the factions is completely, well, quite a bit different from the others, which is also a nice touch, to be quite completely honest with you. So this is also something. And also people keep, you know, ranting about the battle system, that it's not as cool as it should be, it's a little bit boring maybe, it's not as slick and smooth as it should be, yada yada yada. Guys, seriously, compare it to Civ 5. In Civ 5, you left click on your unit, right or left click, I don't remember, on adjacent tile, some battle happens with or without animation depending on what you choose in the options menu, and that's it. That's the battle in a nutshell. Here, not only you have a little bit more control with the card options, but you also have amazing animations that you don't have to watch if you don't want to. And strictly saying, I believe this battle system we have in this case is extraordinary, amazingly awesome, that's one thing to say. And the other one, it's very slick and smooth, and I believe this is what the developers were going for, and they definitely managed to achieve that just perfectly, because this is exactly what I want from a 4X game. The only one that I believe has a better battle system that I played a lot of and love a lot is Hegemony, or Hegemony, whatever you want to pronounce that. But this battle was much more focused on battle and less focused on managing your empire and so on and so forth. It was still a 4X game, but not your typical 4X game, I guess. Well, it didn't explain much to you, did it? Well, it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to go for target locked as my opening card, and then I'll repair any damage that I'll insufferably suffer, because there's no way I will not suffer any damage. Hopefully it will not be too much of a damage. Excuse me, so I'll be able to take it. And as you can see, my shields are doing an amazing job in stopping the damage from coming through to the hulls of my ships, and I completely obliterated the enemy, as it usually happens. It makes me a happy panda. Right, is there anything else I want to talk about? I'm not sure, I completely forgot what I talked about just a second ago, just FYI. This is my amnesia in action. It was a pain. It is pretty much often a pain for me to write books. Actually, I love doing so, don't get me wrong, and I will never stop doing it. Even if I'll actually be like, I don't know, starving or anything, I'll still keep writing books, because that's something I really love. I thoroughly love creating something. That's also why I'm always a dungeon master when I play D&D games. I just love developing, creating new worlds. That's what keeps me going. So that's a little bit of my personality for you, in case you were wondering about it. You probably weren't, but oh well, that's just your problem, not mine. I can talk about myself as much as I want, I guess. Actually, what do I want to go in this system? I need the information highways is good, and then I don't even have heavy isotope refineries. That's crazy. Now this selects lava, Arctic, asteroid, tundra, desert, so basically hostile planets, but still it definitely lost this system. And I'll just go for more and more industry, because hey, why not? This system has quite a lot of upgrades. It doesn't have the predictive logistics, which is something that I definitely want to implement. And after that, I kinda guess I will simply go for the science, because science is always good. Now, I believe I don't need to keep producing my ships anymore, but I do need to create a good use of this improvement. It gives me a plus 20% bonus on a star system, regardless of the plans I have in, which is a very, very nice bonus to have, that I'm obviously going to utilize a lot. This system, oh, I can colonize gas helium, that's definitely something I want to do. Also, in the same time, I'll go get the graviton shield at laboratories, because hey, why not? It's always an improvement. Do you have... Well, you do have quite a lot of upgrades on Coal, so I might as well just go for Graviton Shielded Laboratories and nothing else. Here, I don't need this production anymore, but I do need Graviton Shielded Laboratories as in the previous systems. Here, it's probably going to be the same deal again. Yep, that's precisely what is happening. And those would be all my planets taken care of. That's very nice. I completely forgot which ship is destined where to go, so I'm just going to click this button, and everything is sorted out for me. I'm going to merge those fleet. Can I merge them all together into one big fleet? Yes, I can. I'm going to send it to chat because that's apparently where this enemy fleet is going for. To whatever, and I'm going to leave my other ultras in Shakura system just to make sure that I'm well protected against any surprise amoeba attacks, which might occur sooner rather than later. Now, obviously, I would need more ships to actually be well defended, but for now, it's just more like a precautionary measure. If anything wrong happens, I just can send my main fleet back to the main systems and produce a lot of ships with my amazing industry in the meantime, so I'm not too concerned about that. Can I increase the tax rate and still be fervent? No, I cannot. Unfortunately, that's the cost of conquering new worlds, but I will live with that because I'm still making quite a bit of money. Can I retrofit any of my ships? That's the wrong button, that's the wrong button, there we go, finally managed to click the right one. And no, I cannot just yet because, well, Corvus, actually, I should be able to retrofit my ships on Ire. Why can I not? I probably don't have enough money, do I? I'm not sure, it doesn't say... Oh! They are all retrofitted. Well, I guess that explains something now, doesn't it? Oh, my stupidity. Always getting the best of me. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Wow, I almost got a heart attack for a second. So anyway, I remember now what I was talking about. Amnesia. Very problematic when you're trying to write a book and you don't want to read it in the process because how on earth you're going to create a story that actually makes any sense if you don't know it yourself? It's a little bit of a problem. I do have like a bajillion of those small small paper sheets that you use in offices that are like the length of your thumb. Those, those miniature papers, and they all have little bits and pieces of story written on them, stuff that I'm planning for the future and stuff that happened in the past, and that's the only way I keep track of the story that is happening in my book. Kinda ridiculous, I know, but, well, what can I do? Well, I could fight my amnesia, well, but honestly, one, I'm not sure if this is possible to fight amnesia, first of all. Second, I kinda like how it makes me unique. I am just this kind of an emo person, I guess. Wait, emo? Does this classify as emo? I'm not sure. Actually, I do not have a lot of food production on the system, which means that I might actually go for suitable farms, except it doesn't help me at all. How about this? Jungle, Terra, Ocean, Tundra, Desert, Arid, Arctic? Nope. It doesn't help me at all. So I guess planetary interstood and hydro sequencing is the only thing I can go for in order to improve the well-being of my population and making those bunnies multiply faster. Yes, I'm a pervert, and I don't care. Nature created us so that we are perverts, so... I mean, if we're not, we're going to die out, aren't we? I guess that's just my small soul reasoning. I guess I don't watch porn or anything, I don't need to. Now, what was... That actually got very awkward very fast, now that I think about it. What am I talking about? Boy. That's what happens when you provide live commentary. Sometimes you might say things you wish you wouldn't have said. Now, but I do remember I did colonize a gas canyon somewhere, and there was, oh yes, a moon survey that I already took. Never mind then. So I guess I'm ready to go, wherever I wanted to go. Actually, I have no idea where that was, but I can just end the turn, I guess. Let's see. Well, I'm still at war with Horatio, and this will last for a little bit longer. I'm not going to attack them just yet. I want my plans to improve the relationship with me so that they provide more support for me and so on and so forth, like yada yada yada. Besides, Horatio are not my biggest problem right now because look at what position they are at. They're pretty bad. Now, amoebas are actually a threat, but since they are kinda a peaceful faction, I don't believe they're going to be too much of a problem. Also, I just thought of an idea. Something that this game needs is random personalities for the factions, because right now they are good, evil, or neutral aligned, all this cool stuff. And how on earth did I get a vision over Lahat? I have no idea. Oh, that's probably because now Ire is a colony instead of an outpost, so I get the control area around it. Now, because the Horatio have a significant bonus in terms of that, I don't quite control area in the immediate vicinity of R, but I do see Lahat, which is nice. I wanted to see what's there anyway, so that kind of helps. What is this? Ceasefire, and they give me Hydromel. I have access. Would I get a monopoly if I get this resource from them? Let's have a quick look. I have access to the resources, but I'm not actually harvesting it. So you know what? No! If you want to ceasefire... Actually, I could play a little bit of a sadist now, can I? Because in the past they were like, yeah, we'll ceasefire if you give us all of your planets. Now... the tides are turning. I so feel like a sadist right now, and I love this feeling. What can I say? It's a pleasant feeling to have. That's probably one of the main reasons I play video games. To be a sadist. Pretty much my reasoning in a nutshell. I'm also pretty sure that this is... Well, actually, I'm not sure if most of the other games also play video games just before they like feeling like sadists. It's kinda awkward, isn't it? Now that I think about it. But well, I don't care. That's the reason for me. That's why I play. That's why I get joy out of games. And... whoa. This situation changed really fast. But now Gruz has more control over this area. Well, I don't care. Something happened. Fanatic Rebels Suicide Bomb Navy. What? Oh, this is such a beautiful artwork. Okay, what happened? Oh. Do I actually care? I mean, it's not like I have a lot of hit points on ships anyway. Actually, I believe... Oh, well, let's fall. Your navy has been the victim of a long-term, carefully planned act to sabotage a group of fanatics known as Church of Aldera. Isn't that a reference? Aldebaran. It is a reference. I can 90% remember this name from something. Well, wasn't this a Final Fantasy character? I feel like it was. I might be wrong. I might be mixing, what is it called? Lore completely, games. Or whatever, but it feels like a Final Fantasy character, isn't it? I feel like in this world, if this is the case, then this is an amazing shout out, and I'm very happy that this is here. Anyway, led by a megalomaniac, was it me? Who calls himself justice? No, it isn't. I don't call myself justice in any way, shape, or form. Have triggered a series of bombs across your vessel. Such action can only be described as immoderate. You don't say. So actually it is only me. I thought that this affected every faction in the entire galaxy. In which case I would be actually quite happy because the Horatio would suffer more greatly from this than I would, because the ships have more HP and minus 25%, well, is a percent, so they would lose more hit points. But since it only affects me, I'm a little bit screwed. That's just a little bit of a problem. Ah, look at that. Now, eventually those ships are going to be repaired very, very quickly because of my hero abilities. Those ships are the ones I'm a little bit worried about. And those ships, especially because they are about to fight, well, at least they are not going to fight any big fleets, so that's something to consider. It's not going to be too bad. Corvus, what do you have for me? You hate me. Well, I kinda expected that to happen. You're also stagnating, so I'm going to colonize the astral belt. It's not like the approval could go much lower. It's already pretty pathetic. And they don't have Planetary Institute, while they do have the Hydro sequencing. That's surprising, to be honest. I have no idea what on earth drove them to do this kind of stuff. Did they check the moons? No, they did not, which is very, very strange, to be quite honest with you. So this is something I need to fix. Shadowed Crust. What is a Shadowed Crust? I kind of want to know. The surface is... Oh yes, I understand now. Shadowed Crust. Well, I guess now that I think of it, it's kind of self-explanatory, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm going to reduce this anomaly. It's going to be amazingly epic and fun. Also, I don't want ending grafting, not by any stretch of the imagination. Hydrogen, what does it support? I think finance? Yes, it does support finance, so that's what I'm going to go for. Arctic, definitely going for science, and that was a cool spaceship or water, station or whatever over there. And no, I don't want to go for tech in here. This is desert. This is definitely calling for more dust. And I like the system. It's going to make me and more money, which is definitely something I can approve of, and that is going to help me quite a lot. And where is this moon going? OMG! Wow! I have not seen that one before. The moon is moving around. OMG, it's so cute. Wow, this is so awesome. Okay, sorry, but I think I melted. My personality just melted. If a personality can melt, shut up. Anyway, it's so cute. Okay, let me try to pretend and be a little bit more serious now. Because, well, actually, why should I even bother? Everybody knows that I'm a dummy, I'm unprofessional, I'm not funny, and I'm definitely weird. So why should I deny that? If you're still watching me, and if you're subscribed to me, then chances are you actually like those, you know, those, what do they call it? Oh wait, I don't have it. Yeah, those things of me. That's definitely not what I wanted to go for, but whatever. The side of my character. So why should I change it if you like it? Well, you might not like it and watch it for the pure gameplay, but in this case you wouldn't care anyway, because you just watch it for the gameplay. That's my reasoning in a nutshell, and I hope it's a proper one. Now, my ships did suffer quite a bit of damage because of this catastrophe that took place in my entire empire, because Final Fantasy assaulted the galaxy, which is fine by me. I always wanted to have little chocobos. How are they supposed to be called? I don't remember, to be quite honest. I feel quite pathetic, but whatever. I actually didn't play that much of Final Fantasy, which makes me a little bit sad, because since I'm a classy nerd, since I'm a hard-time nerd, I'm supposed to play a lot of Final Fantasy when I didn't. Well, actually I almost didn't play Final Fantasy at all. I did play it for Game Boy, and I intend to play it for Nintendo DS when my Final Fantasy ships to me. And I did have get in touch with Final Fantasy on some other occasions, but other than that, I don't really have too much experience with the genre. Which might sound like a heresy to most of you, and I understand that. Still, I like Final Fantasy like everybody else. Unless there are weapons involved. I mean, some kind of guns are okay, but when things are starting to go in the direction where there's both magic and, oh, there's my timer, and lasers next to each other, and some Transformers pops out from time to time as well. It's not my kind of thing, no. I like the Final Fantasy when it's a little bit more old school style, let me say. Also, Final Fantasy VI stuff, yeah, and that's kind of cool. And the After Years for that game as well. You know, the, how am I supposed to call it? A remix version? An update that was made a bajillion later? I don't know. I forgot how do you call this kind of practice in gaming, and I don't really care. So, this is the ending battle for our video this day. I hope we're going to see some amazing stuff happening. Wow, listen to the sound of those lasers, it sounds so cute, and I didn't even drink my juice yet. Since the battle is won, I might do this for the end of the video, because hey, why not? They should pay me to be in a commercial for this juice. They really should. One more sip. Alright. So, I guess this is a proper time to somehow out. Is there anything I need to do in this turn? I think I just ended my previous turn, so now I'm just going to save the game. It was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix Power. If you somehow managed to enjoy my work, then please like the video and maybe subscribe if you would like to see more of it soon whenever I post it. Also, please leave a comment because I do enjoy reading them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Excuse me, online. Whatever, it doesn't matter because actually I didn't want to end the video just yet. I have one more announcement to tell you. I'm going to quit this game just so we see something nice. And yeah, so far doing very well. The Los Angeles guys in the second place as I expected. And Crevice on 5th. United Empire is doing pretty bad. I didn't expect that for one. But anyway, what I wanted to say is a little bit of an announcement. If I do manage to sign a contract with a publisher that I want to sign it with, yet again, I'm not going to jinx myself, I'm not going to say who I'm aiming at, but if I do manage to write a contract with this publisher and my books are going to be published by him, his company, whatever, then I'm actually going to make a little bit of a giveaway in the future on my channel, I'm going to buy a couple of games, or maybe only one of, it depends. But I didn't even make up my mind what kind of games and so on and so forth. But as I said, if the publisher I am aiming for is going to accept my book, there's going to be a giveaway waiting for you guys. And people that have been my fans for some time now, or even people that are now becoming my fans, well, you're going to have a little bit bigger chance than everybody else, that's so you know. So, that's me done for the day. Thank you for watching and I will see you online.